Before the rhinestones and the bright lights, before the world knew her name, before the television cameras and the halls of country fame, there was a little girl in Tennessee with mountains in her view, a crowded home, a loving family, and a dream she held on to. They didn't have much money, but they had a wealth no bank could buy. A mother's voice, a father's strength, and endless mountains reaching for the sky. She learned about hard work before she ever learned about applause. And somewhere in those humble hills, a future legend found her cause. She grew up where the mornings carried mist across the trees, where Appalachian songs could travel gently on the breeze. Yeah. Her family knew the meaning of making something out of little, of stretching every dollar and surviving when life got brittle. She watched her parents sacrifice so that children could get by, and those memories became the color she would paint her songs with later in life. Every hardship left a lesson, every struggle left a scar, and she promised that someday she'd turn those scars into a guitar. Oh, Dolly, there's a story behind the woman we all love, a little mountain dreamer who kept reaching for the stars above. She didn't forget the hands that raised her, or the place that made her strong. She carried Tennessee inside her every time she sang a song. Through the laughter, through the tears, through the fame and everything, she showed the world that humble hearts can do extraordinary things. And when we hear her voice, there's something deeper that we know. The woman we all love still carries that little girl back home. She started writing songs while she was still a child, putting pieces of her world into melodies and rhymes. She sang about the people that she knew and understood, about love, about heartbreak, about trying to be good. She learned that a song could say what frightened people couldn't say, could give a lonely heart some comfort at the ending of the day. And while the world had never heard the voice she had inside, she kept writing down her dreams and refused to let them die. Then she left those Tennessee hills with a heart full of belief, chasing something bigger while carrying the weight of everything she'd seen. The road was full of rejection, but she never turned around, because she knew there was a purpose in the dream she had found. She didn't have a guarantee, she didn't have a perfect plan. She simply had determination and the courage to begin. Sometimes the greatest journeys start with nothing but a prayer, and a heart that keeps on moving when nobody else is there. She found her way into the country music world and earned her place, with a voice that could be tender and a smile that lit her face. She wrote songs that made the broken feel like somebody understood, songs that turned ordinary sorrow into something beautiful. She can make a room go silent with a single heartfelt line that make everybody laugh and forget the troubles for a while. She wasn't just a singer standing underneath the light, she was a storyteller giving pieces of her soul every night. There was a chapter in her journey when another country star helped open doors and introduced her to a wider world of stars. She became a familiar voice, but she knew she had her own road. And eventually she stepped beyond the place where she'd been known. She took a chance on herself when the future wasn't clear, and proved that sometimes independence means facing your biggest fear. She didn't tear down where she'd started, she simply built beyond, taking every lesson with her as she carried her dream along. Oh, Dolly, there's a story behind the woman love still carries that little girl back home. She wrote about a coat that wasn't fancy, wasn't new, but carried all the love a mother's hands could sew into. She wrote about a family struggling just to make ends meet, and somehow made their simple story feel completely bittersweet. She wrote about leaving, longing, loving, and regret, about the things we wish we changed and the things we can't forget. Her songs became a mirror where so many people could see a little bit of their own lives reflected in her melodies. She sang about heartbreak like she lived inside his pain, and turned around and made you laugh through sunshine after rain. Before the rhinestones and the bright lights, before the world knew her name, before the television cameras in the halls of country fame, there was a little girl in Tennessee with mountains and a view, a crowded home, a loving family, and a dream she held on to. They didn't have much money, but they had a wealth no bank could buy. A mother's voice, a father's strength, and endless mountains reaching for the sky. She learned about hard work before she ever learned. Through the tears, through the fame, and everything, she showed the world that humble hearts can do extraordinary things. And when we hear her voice, there's something deeper that we know. The woman we all love still carries that little girl back home. She started writing songs while she was still a child, putting pieces of her world into melodies and rhymes. She sang about the people that she knew and understood, about love, about heartbreak, about trying to be good. She learned that a song could say what frightened people couldn't say, could give a lonely heart some comfort at the ending of the day. And while the world had never heard the voice she had inside, she kept writing down her dreams and refused to let them die. And she left those Tennessee hills with a heart full of belief, chasing something bigger while carrying the weight of everything she'd seen. The road was full of rejection, but she never turned around, because she knew there was a purpose in the dream she had found. She didn't have a guarantee, she didn't have a perfect plan. She simply had determination and the courage to begin. Sometimes the greatest journeys start with nothing but a prayer, and a heart that keeps on moving when nobody else is there. She found her way into the country music world and earned a place with a voice that could be tender and a smile that lit her face. She wrote songs that made the broken feel like somebody understood, songs that turned ordinary sorrow into something beautiful. She could make a room go silent with a single heartfelt line, then make everybody laugh and forget their troubles for a while. She wasn't just a singer standing underneath the light, she was a storyteller giving pieces of her soul every night. There was a chapter in her journey when another country star helped open doors and introduced her to a wider world of stars. She'd repeat a familiar voice, but she knew she had her own road, and eventually she stepped